What's up guys, I'm Jaren, and in this video I'm going to explain how to use Google Authentication using Firebase. So since everyone is using Google, this is the most user-friendly method for signing into an application. So let's see how to add a Google Authentication in using Firebase. So okay, I have started a project, Google Authentication. I'm using Android Studio 3.0. So at first, we have to register our app with the Firebase. So I'm going to do that. For that, click on Tools and select Firebase. So it will start a Firebase assistant. So we can make use of it. It's the most easiest way. And yeah, here it is. So at the top, there is this Google Authentication section. Click on it. And it says that email and password authentication. It's okay, just click on it. I told you that at first we have to connect with the Firebase, so let's do that. Click here on connect to Firebase. Okay. Okay, it will show all your current Firebase projects because I have signed in the Android Studio with my Google account, so it is showing all my projects here. So if you are not authenticated, if you are not signed in Android Studio, click on this icon here and just sign in. Okay. For now, I already have a Firebase project known as Android tutorial, so I'm going to make use of it. If you don't have any projects, here enter your Firebase project name and connect to Firebase. Anyway, so I already have this Android tutorial, so I selected it and connect to Firebase. It may take some time. Okay, so it's over, and here it shows that it's connected. Our app is connected with Firebase. Now we have to add the dependencies for authentication. So for that, click here, add Firebase authentication to your app. Click here, and it will show that these dependencies will be added, and it's okay. Accept changes, and these dependencies will be added to your Gradle. The Gradle processing is in progress. The Gradle is built. So here it shows that the dependencies are set up correctly. Okay, and actually in this assistant is showing all the steps for email and password authentication, and I have already made a video for that. If you want, you can check that out. And for now we need Google authentication. So at the end of this steps, there is one option for Google sign-in. Click on it. So a link will be open in your browser, and there it has the documentation, so we can follow that. Yeah, here's the documentation, and in here there are the steps before you begin. Add Firebase to your Android project. We already did that. Then add the dependencies. We added this Firebase auth dependency, but we didn't add the play service auth. So we are going to add this. Copy it. Go to Gradle, app Gradle. So click on it. We can minimize this. Okay. And here there is the Firebase auth, and I'm going to add okay, actually we have to make both of these versions equal to work well. So I'm going to make this version also 11.6.0 and click on sync now. So the Gradle build is finished now. So we can continue with the documentation. We added this, so okay. Yeah, we added this. and you don't have to worry about the adding SHA-1 fingerprint, because when we add our project from our Android Studio, it automatically takes our SHA-1 fingerprint, so we don't have to add it manually. So, but if you're adding the Firebase project um, not from the Android Studio, you have to add this manually. Now what we have to do is to enable Google Sign-in from the Firebase console. So I'm going to my Firebase console, and I have to enable Google Sign-in. Okay, it's my console and list all my projects. So mine is Android tutorial. Click on it. It will open its dashboard. Yep. Go to authentication, and in sign-in method there is Google. Click on it, enable, and actually you can change this name if you want. This name will be presented to users when they are shown in the public instance of your project. So right now, since I am just doing a tutorial, I'm not going to change it, and enable, and click on save. So yep, so now Google Authentication is enabled in Firebase. It's good. I'm going to close this. Let's continue. Now integrate Google Sign-in to your app by following steps on integrating Google Sign-in to your Android app page. Let's go to this page. It will show how to add the Google Sign-in button. Yep, here it is. And configure Google Sign-in and Google Sign-in client object. So we have to add the Google Sign-in options in our app. Yeah, before that, actually I have to create another activity, sign-in activity, because from sign-in activity we sign in, and then we go to the main activity. So I'm going to create a sign-in activity. Go to new activity, empty activity, sign-in activity. Okay, so I added a new activity. Now I'm going to copy this to here. Okay. I have to import this package. Yep. Then I have to create a Google Sign-in client. For that, okay, import this Google Sign-in, and I have to create this variable. Yep. The shortcut that I used is Alt plus Enter. If it shows any red color, showing some error in Android Studio, the shortcut is Alt plus Enter. So it will show the available options how to rectify that error. So that's how I use right now. Now check for an existing signed-in user. We don't have to do this, so we can skip that. And yep. Okay, here is the code to add the Google Sign-in button to your app. So we can copy this and paste in our activity sign-in XML. Okay, so yeah, here's the button. I have to make it a little more wider. So app button size is wide. Yeah, sign with Google, so it's wider, and I have to make it the center. So it's in the constraint layout, so I'm going to make it center. So yep, it's in the center. Go back to sign activity. Yeah. So in here now we can actually yeah, we can initialize this button in our activity. Okay, and import this. Yep. And yeah, for the rest of the steps, we can follow this documentation. Yep. Okay, actually, for our Google sign-in options, we need these for permission. So in our here, we can add both of them, and we need a ID token through which the Firebase authenticate. Yeah, that's that. Okay, we need a sign-in function in which it calls the activity for result. And so I'm going to copy this code. Yep, we can import these packages. Okay, RC sign-in is the request code for start activity for result. Sorry, create constant field as RC sign-in. I'm just going to give a code 11. Cool. And it's a log saying Google sign is failed, so it's just giving a tag for it. Okay. Now we need a Firebase auth variable. So I'm going to create that. Yeah, import this. And import Firebase instance. Cool. And next, it's actually an onStart method to check if an user is already signed in. We don't need that. Just go to the next step, and here Firebase auth with Google. Copy it. Yep. Import all these packages. Okay. So actually, when we first click the sign in button, it will go to this activity result. It will open an indent in which we can choose our signed in accounts in our phone, and after clicking it, it will create an token and give to this Firebase or with Google function. Here how it goes. This function will be called, and in here we use that the Firebase uses that icon to authenticate the user into the Firebase. That's how this works. So right now I'm going to make status. Okay, here on this, if the task is successful, it shows that the sign was success, or else it's in an error. So my function is signing activity. Yeah, it will show a toss saying that authentication is failed. And if it's success, okay, here's the score for calling for a function, but we can. What I want to do is to go to the main activity. So I'm going to create an indent, start activity, new indent, sign activity dot this, comma, main activity dot class. So when the authentication is success, I'll call a main activity, and now after that I need to finish so that this sign page will be removed, and I don't need this. Okay. Yep. And that's it. And if you want to sign out, we can use Firebase auth get instant dot sign out. Actually, I'm going to use it. Go to main activity. This is my layout here. I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to add a button content. Let's write text saying sign out, and I'm just going to change the background color primary, and just right. Okay. I'm also going to create an on-click method. On-click sign out, and I'm going to make a method in here in the activity itself and paste Firebase auth.get instance dot sign out. Okay, and after we signed in, we can actually use a Firebase user variable to get the signed in user's email, name, and photo URL. So we can access that. So for that, we have to create an user object, Firebase user, and so my main activity is my launcher activity. So when I open the app, this activity opens up. So before I set up my layout, I am going to check whether the user is signed in. If he's not signed in, I will redirect to the sign in activity page. So so I created a user object. Now user equal to Firebase auth dot get instance dot get current user, and if user equal to null. If the user is null, that means he is not authenticated. So I'm going to redirect to sign activity. And also finish. So that the main activity will be removed and sign in activity will be shown. And actually, in my main activity, I'm going to show the user's name on this test view. So I'm going to create an ID for the ID user name, and there's no test, and I'm just going to increase the size to 8 also the color black. Okay, and I'm going to place this sign out button lower somewhere here. Okay, it will be here, and in main activity, after the set content view, I'm going to create an object for that text view. User name is equal to id username. Okay, and username dot it's just minimized. Okay, id dot username, and username dot set text user is my Firebase user object dot get display. So you also have user dot get email. You can get the email, and if the user have a phone number added to the Google account, you can get that also. And also you have photo URL. You get the URL of the particular user's picture in the Google. You can use that. I'm just going to get the display name. Okay, that's it. Okay, and here after sign out, I have to redirect the user to sign in activity. I'm just putting this here. Here. This name activity dot this, and after that finish. Okay. So let me check sign activity. Okay, sign in. Okay, in this sign activity, I haven't called the sign function. It has to be called when the sign button is clicked. So sign button dot set only listener, zero listener, sign in. Okay. Now at first when the user creates, user open the app, it will check whether the user is null. If the user is null, it will redirect to sign activity.class, and if it is not, this continue, and okay, I have to check whether the user is null. If user not equal to null, its name dot set as get display name, and when I click the sign out, it will sign out and just redirect to sign activity page, and I finish. I will remove this current page. Okay, let's see whether it works. I'm going to run this on my phone. Okay, I run it on my phone. You can see it in my WhatsApp page. Yep, here it is. I'm going to click on sign with Google, and it will ask my current account. So I'm just going to click my account, and now it should redirect to my main activity. Here it is, and it shows my name by user get display name. And if you click sign out, it will go back to the sign page. Okay, I'm going to click sign with Google, and yeah, it works. So let's see. Yeah, here it is. So also you can change the design over this page. You can add a progress bar showing how much, like actually I have an app, my latest app linked out, so I'm using Google Authentication in this app. So in here, okay, this is the design, and if I click the sign in with Google, there will be a progress bar showing until I redirect to my home page. So you can use that if you want. And I told you that you can get the user's photo and email. So I have already implemented that in my app. See my image, then name of the user, and email ID, other options, sign out also. So I hope you like this video, guys, and please subscribe for more, and see you on next one.